Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at a set of tasks that are going to have us writing about different populations and what's making the distribution of traits in those populations change. So we're going to have three tasks here where you have to apply everything you know about histograms and changing populations to explain what makes the distribution of traits in a population change. So we're going to look at understanding how to use the histogram data to answer this big question for our three different tasks, along with how to use our vocab words to explain the population change. So when we're done breaking this down, make sure you come back, put your X in whatever part of the survey you fall under, and reach out if you have questions. So let's take a look at how to use our histogram data and how to use our vocab. So when you get to each of the tasks 4, 5, and 6, you're going to see a graph with some environmental factor information, a question, and your vocab. And your job is going to be to analyze whatever histogram here is, whatever histogram is below, to help you answer the questions, along with pulling in the vocab to help you answer it as well. Each histogram, whether it's task 4, 5, or 6, has some very similar things. Number one, you'll see a specific organism from our simulation. You'll see the histogram will have some sort of feature at the bottom. You'll see their traits. You'll see a set of data or these bars here that represent generation 1. Those will be the striped ones. And then you'll see that at generation 25, so after time has passed, you'll see the distribution has changed for different traits. So your job is to take everything you see here and then to read the environmental factor, something has changed in our environment, to help you explain how and why the distribution of traits changed in this population. So for this one, we're talking about thorn palms changing over 25 generations because due to something to do with the environmental factor. So you should be pulling in exactly what you see happening. Tell me what you see in the histogram. Use the actual data here to talk about the variations, the distribution of those variations, and what's going on. When you get to the answer here, you should be pulling in our vocab words, things like adaptive trait, distribution, environment, non-adaptive trait, and variations. So I would say maybe look to answer the question first using the data and then try to pull in the vocab as you go or add it in after to enrich your answer. You're going to do the same thing for all sets of tasks. So notice we have our histogram. Here we're looking at australopes. Something happened to the environment. We have generation 1 and generation 50 now, and then we have our vocab words. If at any point you forget what the vocab words means, don't be afraid to click on the Quizlet to see the question or the definitions for each word. So the big goal here is we're focusing on what makes the distribution of traits in a population change. We're using the histogram data to answer the question. So tell me about the data. Don't just give me general things that happened. And make sure you use your vocab words. So go ahead and fill out the survey. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck.